everybody. I hurt my foot today.
So, update. So, today actually, I don't really want to drink water because it's going to make me have to pee.
Oh, well, I'll do it.
Okay, I guess I've had water before, so. The main reason I wanted to record today is because I have an update on Cracker Jacks. You remember Cracker Jacks, right? You tried them however long ago that was.
Yep.
So I finished the bag.
Just caramel corn, dude.
You want to guess what's at the bottom of the bag, though?
Caramel corn.
Like 25 peanuts.
Wait, so what we
Yes.
checked. We were like digging our hands around in there.
I'm convinced that they teleported into the bag only after I ate every single good sized.
Yeah, that was your magical reward. Was actually getting some peanuts.
It was, yeah. So my opinion of the snack has gone great up because dude, those peanuts were incredible. They're like really sweet and like nice.
Interesting.
And so my opinion of the Cracker Jacks went way up because it's like two snacks in one. Because you eat the caramel corn, and then when you're done, you get like a nice couple handfuls of peanuts. I counted it. It was roughly like 25 peanuts. And I didn't see them until after I finished like every single popcorn.
That's crazy.
Because usually you get like popcorn and like the bottom piece is not very good.
Yeah.
But this is it's like a bonus snack and it's better than the main thing. So yeah, very good peanuts.
I really like chocolate covered nuts.
Well, they weren't chocolate. It's like.
I know, but I like
when
when nuts have like a sugary thing added to them. It's very good.
And the other update is I bought the 100 Gex CDs.
Ooh. And like spiced nuts. Like last time I was at Thanksgiving, my family had like I think spiced pecans where it was they just had put like spices on them. I guess so good.
Dude, members of my extended family keep buying me like spicy peanuts, and I've never like even tried them. They always seem like gross.
I think those are probably pretty good.
They probably are. I'm just never in the mood to eat a spicy peanut,
I am. I'd eat one right now.
Okay, well maybe we should give you those.
Yeah, I'll try them.
I don't know if the Hoek still.
So anyway, I kind of already spoiled it because I just ate some of our snack that we're having today without even thinking about it. But today we're trying out tap water. I actually just drank some while he was talking without even thinking about it. So my apologies, you didn't get to hear my reaction, firsthand. But this is a very good snack. I really love tap water. It's nutritious, full of vitamins.
Is it?
I don't know. And it's infinitely refillable into any container you may possess. That's right. That means cups, mugs, plastic bottles, metal bottles. If you made a wood bottle, it would even fill into that as well. You can glass bottles. Forgot glass bottles.
You can put a baseball sticker on the bottle.
It's infinitely customizable too. You can do anything with tap water. Like mustard here.
You can put emergency into it.
You can put sugar. You can put lemons.
We're gonna try emergency, but
no, we're not. It's disgusting. I smelled it. I think I've even tasted it a long time ago.
I said past tense. We were going to.
Oh, okay.
Or I guess I said.
Good. You kind of sent me into like catatonics over that. So anyway, tap water, very good snack. Infinitely better than bottled water. Even that smart water nonsense, it's disgusting. Every time I try bottled water, I mean, if I'm drinking bottled water, it's because of something has gone wrong. It's because I am at the airport and the stupid ass airports don't have any drinking fountains around, so I have to get bottled water, and I can't fill up my regular water bottle with my favorite water, which is tap water, because the airport's stupid. So have to get bottled water. Sucks. Awful water. Tastes like plastic.
I think some tap water tastes basically like tap water, bottled water.
Maybe so, but all bottled water tastes like bottled water.
No, I'm saying I think some bottled water tastes like tap water.
Haven't had any bottled water that tasted like tap water or like not anything more than subpar awful water that tastes like plastic and chemicals and makes me feel bad for the environment.
I should say I bought 1,000 gex and 10,000 gex on CDs a couple days ago, and they are still in stock. So it looks like they realized how many people want and making sure everyone gets one. What if so many gex? By the way, our next snack probably. This is exciting. It's Gordetto's snack mix. Pinata was ecstatic about that, aren't you?
And the snack, and the podcast. All done.
What's this one called?
I'm giving tap water a 10 out of 10.
I also like that. Yeah, 10 out of 10 is my favorite drink, actually.
Yeah, for sure.
What's this episode called?
You never get tired of it. You never get tired of tap water.
Well, if you're doing too much in one sitting, you can.
Well, that's just being physically full. You don't really get tired. You're still ready to drink tap water the second that you're not feeling like that.
You know, I googled like could we talk about like ghost peppers or something recently? And it was like someone like went to the hospital because they drank too much water after eating a ghost pepper, and they threw up a bunch and it burned holes in their stomach, and they had to go to the hospital.
Holy crap!
So drink milk instead.
No. Would almond milk work?
I don't know.
Dude, there was like a freaking Austin and Ally episode where that happened. I mean, not that gruesome, but it was like, I was like just really, I never thought, I didn't think it was true though. There was like a scene where like somebody ate some really spicy food and like he was drinking like water, and then like some smart ass idiot at the side was like, actually water isn't that good for alleviating the spicy food. I don't remember what was wrong with water, but he had some like science or something. So
yeah,
then
no, they tested that on MythBusters.
So then
milk is definitely a lot better.
So then the guy that was getting, eating, it was too spicy, just grabbed some like fruit juice, and then the science guy was like, well actually fruit juice has freaking pectin in it or some shit, and that makes the spice actually worse. And then the guy was like, no, and then the science guy was like, yeah, what you really want is some nice cold milk. And then some freaking woman with giant breasts walked by, and the spicy guy.
That's not what happened, is it?
Anyway, I didn't think that was like a real. I just thought the show was making up shit.
You know, do kids nowadays even know what MythBusters is? I feel like I referenced it.
I barely
more.
do.
I think I referenced it a lot more than an average.
When I was a kid, I
watched every single episode on Netflix when it was on Netflix.
When I was a kid, I didn't understand the difference between that and Ghostbusters. Like, people just said those two things in the same context, from my perspective. Yeah, and also, I mean, when I was a kid, people in school kind of talked about it, like, because kids are always saying about stuff about like, how did you know that this and that, and so like so of course there's always kids being like, they debunked that.
That's why,
But most of the kids don't really know where it comes from though. Like, I've heard kids say stuff that happened on MythBusters, but they don't say that it's from MythBusters. They just say like, well, actually they dropped a cannonball and a feather from the same height at a building, and also and it didn't work.
They tested if a penny off the Empire State Building could kill someone.
Yeah, like they're like, oh yeah,
they said no.
Kids. So kids would talk about MythBusters, but most of them didn't say what it was. So most of them probably hadn't seen it themselves and just heard other people say it. That's my experience with that. I watched a couple of episodes of it on the plane once, and it was really boring.
What?
And also, I watched some episodes of it for school at some point. Like, school showed it to us. And, I mean, those ones were better, I guess, than the ones I saw on the plane. I don't even remember which one I saw on the plane.
Jerma played the MythBusters video game, and it was nominated for his worst stream of the year.
There was, like, an episode of The Fairly OddParents where Timmy, like, ate a bunch of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and then Vicky was like, I bet you'd like some milk now. And then, like, the milkman was, like, running away from him, and there was, like, a whole thing where he had to, like, get the milkman because he needed milk. Why? Because I know peanut butter is sticky, but, like, why would milk be better than water there?
Milk goes good with peanut butter, I don't know.
Like, was that what it was? I had no idea what that was going for there, because I was like, wouldn't any liquid be good? Like, why? He was, like, standing right outside his house, too. Like, he could go inside and get water. So there was, like, a whole episode, I don't know, there was a whole sequence where he needed to get the milkman to, like, he was driving away. I didn't understand that at all as a kid.
Do you remember
I still don't.
Do you remember the MythBusters episode where they show blue cum?
No! I've told you, I've seen like 6 episodes, maybe.
No, I've talked about it before.
Okay.
The Brew Cum myth?
No.
Okay.
What? Do you want to explain it?
Well, there was like, can you get pregnant by shooting a woman's vagina and the bullet goes... No, shooting a man's ball sack and the bullet goes into a woman's vagina.
Wait, this show is not appropriate for children. I thought this was a kids show.
It's like PG-13.
Wow.
No, it's PG.
I thought this
They
was...
didn't use all those explicit words, though. Like ball sack and vagina, I don't think.
What did they say? Like, if you shoot a bullet into a man's badoink-a-doink,
No.
and then it hits
no,
the
I didn't do
woman's
that.
goo-goo-goo-goo,
I guess no.
will it make the goo-goo gaga cells?
I guess the words I used were pretty scientific, so that's probably how they described it, but...
I feel like PG shows aren't allowed to say anything to do with reproduction either. PG is
really...
really...
say semen and testicles, those are just scientific things.
I don't think you are. I don't know.
They can say that like the National Geographic or whatever.
The meaning of PG has like really been been dumber over the years. Because
some episodes might be off.
PG used to mean like, you know, like actual things that like you might need a parent to watch with, but now it just means like they make a joke about like dating. It just means like they make a joke that references sex, but not in a way that any child would understand. So the meaning of PG has been made a lot dumber over the years.
United States is PG and some episodes of TV-14. That's what I thought.
Okay. Like freaking like Turning Red was PG. Like, right? I'm pretty sure it was. Can you look that up? I don't want to sound stupid. Like all the Pixar movies up until like I don't know, 2010 were like rated G.
Mm-hmm.
And then like now they're all rated PG. But like I don't think they're more like adult now. They're not more like inappropriate for children now than they used to be. If anything, they're probably more childlike and, you know, child friendly. Like Turning Red is like, I mean I'm just using that one because that's the Pixar movie I've seen most recently. Pretty sure it's PG, isn't it? Like it doesn't have like
Turning Red is PG.
It doesn't have, like, anything that children can't see. Like, you could put a freaking, like, 1-year-old. I mean, I guess it's got, like, a scary... Not really, though. The scary monster in the movie is, like, a very giant fluffy thing. It's, like, fine. You could put a freaking, like, 1-day-old in front of that movie and everything would be fine. Like... It's, like, literally rated PG because, like, they shake their butts and they say, like... Oh, I'm gonna reference the fact that I'm attracted to somebody and... It's like, no. Nobody would, like, object to their child seeing this, except for, like, people who are really stupid and object to their child seeing, like, mentions of girls, basically.
The main character says, I like gyrating, I'm 13, so...
Who is that inappropriate for? That's just a fact.
That's just I'm just on the Parents Guide on IMDb, and that's, like, the first fact. The song Bootylicious by Destiny's Child is heard in the background.
In the background? Who cares? It's a freaking song. It's not that nice
Abby
swear
says
word
that her parents assume that Four-Town as stripper music.
Children do not know what that means. That is not inappropriate. Like, come on.
A female character bends over and gyrates her behind in a provocative manner to spite someone.
Her behind. I like how they say female character, as if like if the character was male, it would have been like different in terms of how appropriate it is. I'm genuinely not sure if they would have considered it more or less appropriate if it had been a male character.
There was name calling such as dork and butthead, etc.
Like, just don't see a movie. Just don't see any movies.
All of these ratings say mild. It's mild, sexy.
Yeah, exactly.
Mild. These are like
Very mild.
anything that anyone. I like the IMDb Parents Guide.
Do you know what G stands for? It stands for general audiences, not like goo goo gaga. I will shrivel up and die if I hear anything slightly questionable.
Goo goo grandma.
Yeah.
When I was a teenager,
like,
I would look at the IMDb.
But you know what the funny thing is? Like, when Turning Red came out, like, a billion, like, conservatives made, like, videos about how, like, I would never show my kid this. You have to be at least 18 to see this because they mentioned period products. Like, fuck off. I'm so mad about that. It's so stupid. So, I mean, like, that's the real reason. I mean, the real reason is that Pixar needs all their movies to be PG now because there's a stigma against G movies. But the real reason that anyone would think it actually needs to be PG is just because of, like, stupid culture war political reasons. So...
When I was a kid, I liked using Parents Guide because then I was a teenager more so. Because I would look up and see if there's any sex scenes and be like, okay, I don't want to watch that with my parents then.
Man, you're such a good little Christian boy. When I was a kid, I
No,
looked up
it's just-
movies
it's just
that had
awkward,
sex
isn't
scenes
it?
in them, and I said, "Mom and Dad, we have to watch this movie together." That's not true. I didn't do that. But when I was a kid, when I was like 12, I would like look up like things that I liked to watch, and see like what the Parents Guide would say about it. And the funny thing is, there'd always be like 14-year-olds, like on the. Like, because there's like a section for like on Common Sense
that's
Media.
Common Sense. That's a different website.
Well, I used to look at Common Sense
I'm
Media.
on there too. IMDb Parents Guide.
Common Sense Media has a section for like parents and for children, and this children's section is really funny because it's full of like 14-year-olds on like freaking like I don't know Gravity Falls being like, yeah, this show is inappropriate for anybody under the age of 14. But when you're
But I'm very mature for my age.
Yeah.
Personally.
Oh yeah. Yeah. A lot of them are like, this show is 16 plus, but I'm 13 and I'm mature for my age. Like that's what a lot of them is, and it's on stuff like Steven Universe. It's like this show is too violent.
No, the IMDb Parents Guide is better because it has like every single thing is in one list, and it's usually pretty nice. It has everything that anyone would possibly object to. You know.
The parents one can be kind of funny as well because parents can be stupid.
Yeah.
But the kids one is a lot funnier because like,
Actually,
a lot of the kids there are like literally like 8 years old. Like they'll have their age listed. It's like 8.
I've had the MythBusters page open for a while.
It's kind of sad though sometimes when you look at like those parents websites for like media.
Yeah.
Because like one time because like it's kind of sad. It's the way some of the parents are. It's like kind of sad when you think about like what kind of environment those kids are growing up in. Because like. One time I saw like a post from like a parent. This was like from like the post was like from 2009 or something, and it was about like the show Wow Wow Wubbzy, which I've never seen.
Oh,
but
I love that show as a kid.
I actually saw it one time when I was very young at like a friend's house or something, and I didn't remember what the show was called, and I liked it. I liked it, but I didn't remember what it was called, so I was just never able to like. Find it again or like place what it was that I'd seen. I didn't even remember what channel it was on.
It was on Nick Jr., I think.
Really? Okay. I feel like okay. So
I watched Nickelodeon as a kid. I didn't watch much Cartoon Network.
Yeah. So now for some reason when I think of Wow Wow Wubbzy, like I kind of get uncomfortable. I feel like the episode I saw had something really weird in it or something. Maybe it'd be interesting to like find out what happened in that episode because I feel. Like, whenever I hear about it, I just kind of, like, feel, like, really uneasy.
I feel like there was an episode where he, like, had to pee really bad or something.
Maybe. I feel like the episode involved, like, a giant, like, him being, like, really giant and hairy or something. Like, he was getting, like, fat. Like, he was, like, inflating or something. I don't know. It was so weird. Except, I'm saying it was so weird, but, like, I'm just saying I have a really uneasy feeling about it. But anyway... there was like this forum post on like some parents' website that was like, can anyone help me out? I saw an episode of Wow Wow Wubbzy with my kid recently where Wubbzy was wearing a dress. So can somebody tell me if Wubbzy is a boy or a girl? If it's a girl, if it's a boy, I'm gonna need to stop letting my kid watch the show. It's like, Jesus. It's very sad. But like that's legitimate. I mean, even if that particular post was a troll, I guess, I doubt it was. That's just like legitimately an attitude a lot of parents have.
What I remember most about Wow Wow Wubbzy was
I didn't know if Wubbzy... I could go on a whole tangent now about how when I was a kid, I was like constantly like looking for cartoon characters that could be girls because like there were so few of them. As in, when I say, and you could be like, what about freaking like Daisy Duck? Well, no, I wanted a character who was like a girl who wasn't like a freaking side love interest character and who wasn't decked out in like bows and lipstick and eyelashes all the time so you could tell they're a girl for sure. Yeah, exactly. This is what I mean. That girl character isn't, well, yeah, they do have a bow. And anyway.
that's not what I was showing you, but okay.
Okay.
This is Daisy.
No, I wanted to see a character who was like, could be a girl, but didn't look like but everything about them wasn't that they were a girl. And like I literally didn't find anything when I was a kid. There was nothing like that. There was no character who was a girl who didn't have to be a girl for their whole entire character to work. Like whose entire being didn't revolve around them being a girl, and it was really frustrating. I had this experience. I mean, like when I was watching Wow Wow Wubsy, I think I thought they were a girl for most of the episode, and then I found out they were a boy later for whatever reason. And then like freaking like Big Bird, I wanted Big Bird was the only character on Sesame Street who I thought could be conceivably be a girl. You know, the only main character. And the good, wow, guess what? He wasn't, even though his voice sounds pretty feminine to me. So yeah, what a sad childhood I had. Truly the worst of existences.
What I remember most of Wow Wow Wubsy is all the Flash games that were on like Nick.com or whatever. You just go Wow Wow Wubsy Flash and go to images like Epic and I was like Wubsy's Amazing Adventure and Wubsy's like Underwater Adventure especially. And I remember this rain catch thing too actually. This robot building game that might have been one of the ones. What year was I playing this? Anyway, the reason I was showing you this is because I googled Wow Wow Wubsy and like pretty soon in the Google results is like a screenshot of like Daisy is her name kissing Wubsy, but they just like edited out her clothes so she's naked.
Wait, what? Oh, that's what that is?
You can definitely tell the outlines like. Not
I guess so. I didn't look
good.
that closely at it.
Yeah.
That's really funny that they would do that because like when you showed me this, I just thought it was a screenshot from the show. I thought you were just trying to show me like what I was talking about because this girl character has like hair and a ponytail and flowers and a bow.
You know it's not right because girl characters always have clothes on.
I know, that's another thing. It's like why do girl anthro animals have to wear clothes? I guess it's because like they have to have more ways to show that they're girls. So they gotta wear girly clothing on top of bows and stuff.
This file is called Daisy Kissed Wubsy in Valentine Day.
It's just very funny that somebody would take this children's show and edit the girl character being naked and not like maybe this person was like this person, you know what? Maybe this person was probably like me. This person's probably like 8 years old or something.
Definitely.
And they were like me. And they were just like, it's not a sexual thing. They were just like, I want to make it more equal. Because I totally would have done that if I knew about image editing.
No, it was like uploaded to a porn website.
Oh, really? That's really funny. This is porn.
A porn website. Yeah, this looks like a porn website. I click on the homepage and there's porn.
That's very funny. That's even funnier. That's a porn. That it's a porn website. Oh no. I'm trying to think of like any show. I watched Handy Manny. I guess maybe some of the Tools girls in Handy Manny.
I doubt it.
You doubt it? I think so. Wasn't the Pliers? Did you watch that show?
I had a.
Well, why are you mansplaining Handy Manny to me?
I just said I doubt it. I didn't say yes or no.
Friggin', I'm pretty sure Tweezy, the Pliers or something was a girl.
I had an aversion to
I don't
Handy
know.
Manny because I was a Bob the Builder kid.
I had an aversion to Bob the Builder because I was a Handy Manny kid. I was like at war.
I love Bob.
I didn't know anybody who liked Bob the Builder.
Bob the Builder is so cool, dude. It's like it's stop.
What?
First of all, it's stop motion.
What channel was he on?
Well, like I had a bunch of VHS tapes of it.
Okay, yeah, that was the problem. I think it's stop motion actually. Is it actually stop motion?
I believe so.
If so, then it probably is a lot cooler than Handy Manny.
It is way cooler. You know?
Virgin computer animation.
Yeah, the technique of stop motion. Yeah.
Isn't it like super old?
1999 to 2011.
Oh, that's a lot newer than I thought.
Well, 2011. That's wait. I didn't watch it then.
I know, but
I
I thought it would have like started in like the 80s. Honestly, I was like wondering if it was around in the 60s.
It kind of looks like it, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks
super... It's time to stop motion. That's what they look like.
Yeah.
No, I love this show. I mean, it wasn't like my favorite show or anything. Like my actual favorite show was probably Blue's Clues as a tiny
When
kid.
I was a kid, we were
Scarecrow was funny. Yeah.
We were always in daycare and we would sing Bob the Builder, can you fix it? No, we can't.
Yeah, no, that's the funniest thing you can possibly do.
Yeah.
Every single kid loves doing that.
And when Dora would ask you, like, hey, can you say abuerto? That's not even a word. Can you say abuela? I would always go, no!
I was like
Will you help us get to the house? No!
I saw like an episode of like the Bob the Builder reboot and it sucked, I think.
Was it stop motion?
No.
Wow.
It's not.
Can't believe that.
Queen Elizabeth enlists Bob the Builder to fix the British monarchy.
Oh god, that's so cringe. Holy fuck.
It's a Colbert. It's a Colbert cold open.
Oh, good. Okay. That's good.
I thought it was
That was like an actual news headline. actual thing the monarchy would have done.
I was hoping it was official.
Is Bob the Builder a British show then?
It's I just read. I'm pretty sure. I just read where it was from.
I never saw it on
yeah,
like.
It's British.
I never saw it on TV or anything. I just knew about it existing. I don't know why. Because I never like saw it anywhere. I never knew how to watch it.
It aired on Nick Jr. Yeah, in the U.S.
Okay.
Nick Jr.
I never watched Nick Jr. I only watched Disney Jr.
It was only on Nick Jr. from 2001 to 2002, I guess.
I only started watching Nickelodeon when I was watching like SpongeBob and stuff.
The original series ended in 2004. Then there's something called Project Build It. Is that the same show? Oh, it looks the same. Just the second series, and it counts as a spin-off, I guess.
Oh, Piglet! I wanted Piglet to be a girl too when I was a kid. And I got really mad when I found out Piglet was a boy, because I'm like, what the... Because I watched My Friends Tigger and Pooh, which was a CGI show on Disney Junior, and I was like, what the fuck, how... So the only female character is freaking, like, Kanga, the mother of Kangaroo? The mother of Roo? She can't even have, like, a female offspring? The only female character is a mother? There's, like, all these other characters... Oh, and also Rabbit. I thought Rabbit could be a girl, too. I was like, same thing with... Rabbit basically has the same voice as Big Bird. So I was thinking, like, Rabbit and Piglet.
I suspect you might have thought they were girls because they're both yellow.
That's stupid. No.
No?
You're imposing gender roles onto me right now. Yeah, I don't like that.
That's how Among Us works.
You're stupid. Among Us didn't even exist in 2006.
Oh, the yellow and pink are
Shut
always
up.
girls.
Wait,
you thought Piglet was the yellow and pink one? You thought were girls? Piglet and Pink.
It's because they have the highest pitched voices, idiot. Shut up. You're stupid.
I don't know these voices. I never watched the show. When Piglet sounds like, ooh, I'm Piglet. And Rabbit sounds like, I go away, Pooh. Is that accurate?
Yeah. But Rabbit has, like, the highest pitched voice of any of the male characters, aside from Piglet and Pooh. But Pooh is a boy because, everybody knows Pooh's a boy, obviously, so...
Like, I remember I saw, like, a Facebook post that was, like, things you didn't know about media. And it was like, whoa, I didn't know Pooh was a girl, but...
That's not...
But that, like, wasn't in... But that was, like, the thumbnail for this article.
Yeah.
And it's not even in the article.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of those things where it's, like, 10 things you should never let your dog do. And then you click on the article, and it's, like, 10 things your dog does and what they mean. and the cover for the article that you saw on Twitter was, like, never you let your dog do this, and it shows your dog, like, cuddling with you. And then in the article, it's like, when your dog cuddles with you, it means that it loves you very much, so you should cuddle with it when it wants to.
Because you click on it, because it's like, oh no, am I doing something bad to my dog?
Yeah, and then it's like, you should cuddle with your dog.
And so they get a bunch of ad money, because the website's
It's
always
awful.
filled with a billion ads.
It's awful. I wonder how many stupid people, like, just see the cover and then actually, like, I don't know, don't cuddle their dog anymore or something. I don't know.
Oh.
People are really stupid, Mustard. Some people are really dumb. I mean, did you hear me earlier when I was talking about the parent who wanted to stop showing their kid Wow Wow Wubsy on the condition that Wubsy was a boy wearing a dress instead of a girl wearing a dress this one episode one time?
Yes, I do remember
So,
that happened.
This is why Steven Universe is cool. People hate on Steven I haven't seen like the last, I don't know how many seasons of Steven Universe there are, but I've only seen the first like maybe 5 seasons. Maybe 4, I don't know. But I don't know. The way so many people hate it. Like, how bad did it get? I feel like people just hate it because it's gay. I mean, I feel like there's like the normal amount of people who hate it because, they don't like the story or whatever, because every show will have people who don't like the story or whatever. But then there's like all of the people who hate it because it's gay. So then you add those two things together, and then you kind of have like this like idea that there are like so many people who hate the story or whatever, but it's actually just like, I don't know, 30% who hate the story, and then like 70% who just hate the gay, but it just gets lumped together and like presented as like, oh man, this story sucks so much, look at all these people who hate the story. That's my I don't think it's really conspiracy theory. That's my idea. That's my theory.
I
how this works.
Like one time,
because like you bring up Steven Universe like anywhere, like 1 billion people all of a sudden are like, you start talking about how, I mean, they don't even talk about, the thing is they don't even talk about what's bad about it. They just kind of go like, ew, Steven Universe.
It's probably just a fandom thing. Like the fandom has a bad rep, so they don't like it.
The fandom does have a bad rep. That was like one of the first things where I heard about like the fandom being like actually awful, because like I heard that like there was like an artist that like killed themselves because they drew one of the characters, and like the character, I guess they drew her too skinny, so the fandom was like, oh my god, you're suppressing you're suppressing fat people with your art, and then the artist killed themselves over it. And also, in the art, she wasn't even that skinny. I mean, she was skinnier than she is in the show, I guess, but it's like you have to be counting pixels. So yeah, that was one of the show's, the first times when I heard about, like, the fandom being bad. Also, the wiki at the time, in, like, 2016 or whatever, instead of using images, the wiki just uses almost exclusively GIFs in their articles. Which is a big red flag of the type of person who's writing these articles. To be honest, TBH.
What do you mean red flag?
Anyone who chooses to use GIFs when an image would do perfectly fine, I'm kind of suspicious of.
In what way?
I don't know. I feel like you're kind of a weirdo. I feel like you're kind of a degenerate.
Okay.
I love the LGBT community, by the way, and I don't mean in that way. I mean it in a satire, funny, ironic way.
You love them.
I'm a communist. I want everyone to be socialism.
You love them
and
in a funny, ironic way. You're saying.
The funny, ironic way of saying degenerate.
Okay.
I'm actually a socialist. I want everyone to be a commie.
You sound like you're being sarcastic right now, for the record.
I don't understand what else I could be doing to not sound sarcastic. By these standards.
I think previous episodes have made it clear what your political opinions are.
Okay. Don't come after me.
Steven Universe has really good music. That's my main association with it.
Really?
Don't try to hit me if you're able. You should know by now
Yeah.
that Macy's out.
Oh, you just say that because freaking Sans parody of it exists. Okay.
No, but also
I'm like, how does he know any Steven Universe music? Oh, it's freaking like Undertale.
No, every other thing I've heard though, it's like freaking like the theme song's great.
Yeah.
It's like David Bowie's tune writing.
Aww.
I think they're both things. I don't particularly like the sound of them, but I think the way they write the tunes are really appealing to my ears.
Okay. That makes sense. All I wanna do is see you turn into a giant woman. Giant woman. It's from Steven Universe. All I wanna do is to be a guy who's.
The first time I saw Steven Universe, I was like on vacation with my family, and I was on TV, and I watched like 10 seconds of it. I was like, this is embarrassing to watch. And I shut it off.
Was he singing about Giant Woman?
No, it's probably from season 1 that everyone thinks Steven's annoying or whatever.
Yeah. I mean,
because that was like when it first came out, I think. Season
1, his personality is that he's like an annoying child, but he's cute. He's endearing, I think.
My cousin showed me a clip of
Except they do the thing where like once the child's voice changes, like the child actor, once his voice changes, like they make him just keep pretending that his voice is a lot lighter pitched than it is, which is really annoying. Actually, his voice gets really annoying to listen to later, in my opinion.
Wait, why?
Because they hire a child actor to do the voice, and then the child actor's voice changes. And then they just make him like pretend that his voice didn't change, and like make his voice higher pitched than it really is.
Oh.
So it's just they did the same thing with Phineas from Phineas and Ferb.
They artificially pitch it up?
No, they make him like I don't think they do. I think they make him like they just make it's like really weird because his voice actually gets like higher pitched from the beginning of the show to the end, because like at the beginning he's just doing his normal voice, but he has like a child voice, and then his voice changes. So then like
Phineas was a kid voice actor?
Yeah, if you dude, look up like Phineas and Ferb first episode. He sounds crazy different.
I just assume it's because I don't know, they didn't figure out how to do it yet.
He sounds like an actual child in the first episode. I don't know if you know, in like the first season, he's like I can like picture like just hear it in my head.
He was like 15. So yeah, wow. I
look it up.
He sounds like a voice actor to me. I know.
Well, yeah, he's good. I think.
I know what it sounds like.
But also his voice got kind of annoying. Like after his voice changed, and they made him like keep his voice kind of high pitched. It wasn't as bad as Steven though.
Oh.
I feel like Steven's voice was really annoying after a bit because they just made him like stay high pitched. It was really annoying. Look it up, dude.
What? No.
You're gonna be like blown away by how different his voice sounds.
I haven't watched either. I remember roughly what it sounds like in the first episode, because I've seen the first episode a lot, and I was like, oh, he sounds different. I just didn't know it was like I didn't know it was because he was a kid.
He just sounds like, I don't know how you could be saying I didn't realize it was because he was a kid, because he just sounds like a child. In the
Sounds
first
like a voice
episode.
actor to me. Yeah.
He just sounds like a child. He sounds like a small child voice actor.
I don't know.
Anyway.
I wasn't thinking about voice actors when I was a kid watching cartoons as much.
Ugh. I thought about voice actors all the time. You know why? Because a lot of boy characters were voiced by women, and that's how I get my representation.
Oh.
Okay, I guess we're done.
Wait, there was something else I was gonna say. I think probably not. Steven, what's this episode called?
What episode?
This episode
What episode?
of House of Snogs.
Oh, Steven.
House of Steven?
Sure.
Or just Steven?
Just Steven. I don't know.
I don't think we should do it just Steven. That seems like a... Well, maybe, because we didn't even review anything.
Make sure to spell it with a V and not a PH.
I always spell it. If the name Steven is spelled with a PH, I'm pronounced Stefan. Is Stefan not another name?
I don't think so. There's Stefan, but that's with an F.
So stupid. If your name's Steven with a PH, you suck.
Hey, it's not their fault.
Fine, if you name your kid Steven with a PH, you suck. How about that? Use a V, like a normal person.
What if you're naming it after somebody you like?
Well, change it to a V. V's are cooler anyway. I'm not actually averted to that name. I think it's a cool name, but I'm never gonna pronounce it or spell it right. I hope you know that. Because I'm like 22 and I've never pronounced or spelled the name right.
Do you know any Stevens in real life?
No.
There was a guy named Steven in my elementary school with a PH.
PhD. The only Steven I've ever met was in like preschool. There was some kid named like Steve or Steven or something. And he seemed weird. And I sat next to him one time. He was probably my best friend in that class. But I don't remember a single thing about him. Shout out to Steven if you're out there.